Welcome to the It's in Queens podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Simmons, and this is the only podcast that focuses on my borough of Queens. This podcast comes to you each week thanks to the Queens Economic Development Corporation and the Queens Tourism Council. They work tirelessly to showcase our borough as a destination filled with amazing experiences and cultural gems, as well as opportunities for everyone, whether you live here, you work here, or you're visiting from near or far. Summer in Queens is like nowhere else. The schools are out, the sun is bright, and boy, was it bright in this last week. And this borough is bursting with possibilities, especially for youth and families looking to make the most of those long, warm days. Whether you're catching a Little League game at your local park or enrolling your kids in one of the many summer day camps or simply heading down to Rockaway Beach for a swim in the Atlantic and some old school boardwalk fun, well, there's always something to do. During the dog days of August, when the city's heat is in full force, our borough offers an incredible variety of ways to keep cool and entertained. So let me give you a couple of examples. Have you checked out the free outdoor movies in Astoria Park, or maybe taken a family bike riding along the Queens Greenway? For the young and for the young at heart, playgrounds from Flushing Meadows Corona Park to Roy Wilkins Park are bustling with activities and events. Or perhaps you're ready for a bit of culture. Wander through the Queens Botanical Gardens sunflower fields, or catch a puppet show at Socrates Sculpture Park. And no talk of vibrant summer options in Queens would be complete without mentioning the Variety Boys and Girls Club of Queens and Astoria. This beloved institution has been a pillar of the community for decades, offering a safe, inspiring space for thousands of kids each summer. From STEM labs to art workshops, basketball leagues to swimming classes, there's an array of leadership building activities, and it's a place where kids can discover their passions, make friends, and build confidence. The club's summer camps are among the most popular in the borough, giving working parents peace of mind and giving their kids unforgettable memories. At the helm of Variety is someone you may know from his transformative work as a New York City Council member, Costa Constantinides. For the past few years, he has brought his commitment and energy to leading this institution into the future, and under his leadership, the club is expanding its reach, planning a new state-of-the-art facility in Astoria that will double the number of youth served and add incredible amenities. It's an exciting time for the organization and for every family in Western Queens. I had the chance to talk with Costa to talk about what the club is up to, how they're engaging the next generation, and what's on the horizon. Let's dive into that conversation. Costa Constantinides, welcome to the It's in Queens podcast.
Hi, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
So for anyone who's not familiar, please give us an overview of the Variety Boys and Girls Club of Queens, what its mission is, and who you serve.
So we've been around for 70 years, believe it or not. This is our 70th anniversary this year. Since 1955, been serving the kids of Western Queens. We don't charge for a fee. We provide a free opportunity for the kids to come in and get a hot meal and get homework help, and then play and jump in the pool and play basketball, or go to the art room or the STEM room or their computer lab and find their passions and their dreams. And we right now serve about 4,000 kids a year.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, and happy anniversary, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I do need to ask you, we're going to get into your programming, what inspired you to take this role, but you previously served in the city council. Do you ever miss being in elective office?
I miss the people. I used to work with amazing people that were passionate about public service. I miss the people the most and doing good for the community. And I found a great parallel to do great for the community at the Boys and Girls Club. So I'm very lucky.
And in fact, that brings me to what inspired you to pursue this position and take the helm at Variety, and kind of what keeps you motivated in this role each day.
As I said when I left public office, there's more than one way to be a public servant. And I really wanted to stay involved in my community that I grew up, that I'm raising my family in, that I wanted to make a difference. And this project and the things that our vision that our board had was one that I gravitated towards right away, to say, we were going to make an impact in the lives of so many young people who needed it, that I just automatically said yes.
And obviously, you're with the organization at a time where you have some amazing plans underway, an exciting expansion that's going to be taking place. Talk a little about what's on the horizon and how this transformation is going to impact the community and the services you provide.
Yeah, we are the new building that we're looking to construct. It'll be the largest boys and girls club in the United States. We're going to serve 16,000 young people. Our mission is really to make sure that every child who needs it in Western Queens and really throughout the borough has an opportunity to come and partake in the planetarium, the first in the borough, an arena of 1,500 seats, a theater that's going to be run by Susan Agan, our great director of QCAN, our regulation swimming pool, STEM labs, a school, business incubators. We're really, and 236 units of truly affordable housing, with 69 of those units set aside for kids aging out of foster care. And that's a really vulnerable population for homelessness that we want to provide their first apartment out of foster care. And all this is going to be carbon neutral.
And I know environmental issues are very close to your heart.
Well, large buildings are the largest source of pollutants in New York City. 70% of our emissions come from buildings. With our kids living in close proximity to fossil fuel generating plants, they're already impacted by asthma. We didn't want to be another addition to that pollutant, that polluting atmosphere. We wanted to help our kids be part of the energy revolution that's happening right here in Queens. And we have lots of renewable energy partners that are part of this new exciting building too.
And I'd love for you to shed some light on why a facility like this, why this is so needed in Western Queens.
There's a great book by Eric Carle called The Hermit Crab. And, I used to read it to my son. And now that I have a almost 2-year-old daughter, I read it to her. And the crab goes and decorates his shell for the whole book. And then he realizes at the end of the book, he's outgrown it. And that's really where we are now, is that we've realized as a Boys and Girls Club, we can only serve. There's so much need in our community. There are 10,000 kids in our catchment area below the poverty line. And yet because we're constrained by our current building, can't serve more than 4,000. So there's this need here in Western Queens for high quality, free services to allow kids to have a safe space to go. We didn't set out to build the largest Boys and Girls Club in the country, but the times sort of demand that we meet this challenge.
And we've seen the rise of public-private partnerships to support community centers like yours. Are there any key partnerships or funders that are helping to make this expansion possible that you'd like to credit here?
Oh, there's so many. This is a $300 million project with it's a Frankenstein monster that we're sewing together. But I really want to shout out a bunch of really great partners. Our Queensborough president, Donovan Richards, the godfather of our club, our New York City Council, and our speaker, our godmother, Adrienne Adams, who've been huge supporters, state senators Ramos, Stavitsky, Gianaris, Gonzalez, Assembly member Andrew Hevesy, Congress member Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the Empire State Development with, I know Tom Gretsch was involved there. We have CHPE, Hydro-Quebec. We have NYPA, Grubhub. There are so many partners here, and I know by naming names, I'm missing one, and I'm going to get myself into trouble. But there's so much love to spread around here that we are, when this thing gets built, it's going to have many mothers and fathers. And and of course, our board, like Walter Sanchez and Steve Zimmerman, who started this conversation 12 years ago.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that far back. So when do you talk a little about the time or the expected timeline for this? Because, people might start getting excited now, and I want them to have a good idea of how long this might take.
So, this project, the genesis of this project was a conversation 12 years ago at our board where they looked at our building and said, why is it empty during the day? Well, we're an after school program and we have no kids. So how do we fill the day to provide the most value to the neighborhood? From that conversation has spawned this amazing opportunity. And we're looking to break ground either late this year or early 26. So I have January circled on my calendar, maybe a little later, maybe a little bit before that. But January, my birthday is January 7th, in and around there. Sounds like a great time to break ground. And we're looking at a 2028 potential opening. So people won't have to wait that long. We're really excited to deliver this amazing project to the community.
Let's just hope there's no snow on that day, okay?
Knock on wood, my friends.
So, beyond the expansion, what else is on the horizon? Any upcoming programs, events, or initiatives you'd love for our It's in Queens listeners to know about?
So we have the new Sky Farm LIC on Northern Boulevard. We have a full acre rooftop farm that last year we grew 4,300 pounds. So that's, 2 tons of food. So like an elephant, a large size elephant does an in food that we gave to the kids in our community. We're running it as a full nonprofit. We have farmers there. We have school trips. Our kids are learning about sustainability. QCAN, our Queens Culture and Art Network. If you go on the website and find it, we have concerts. Susan Aiken is doing a bang up job all over the borough, getting concerts all over, concerts, learning to dance, learning to sing. Susan is doing an amazing job. And, then we're on September 6th, to everyone listening, we're having our back to school event. So we're going to be giving out free backpacks and free backpacks with supplies to the kids. It's going to be bounce houses and street hockey and cookies, and a really exciting day for the whole family. So we invite everybody to come down, and of course, it's free of charge.
Oh, and that is, if I get this correct, that is just after school begins or before school? Is it before or after school begins?
I think school's starting, I think the 4th or the 5th. We're getting started on the 6th only because the weekend before is Labor Day weekend. And if we threw a party, nobody would come.
I was checking my calendar to see if I had that down. So before we wrap up, I'd love to get your thoughts on why investing in places like the Variety Boys and Girls Club is so essential to building a stronger Queens.
I mean, we're a borough surrounded by water, yet one in four New Yorkers know how to swim. We're a borough of 2.5 million people, which would be the fourth largest city in the country. Behind New York City, Los Angeles, and Chicago. We need spaces like this where kids can go and have an opportunity to be themselves, to feel safe, to be able to get their homework done, to have, get a hot meal when they need it, and be able to find their passions and find their dreams. And, every large city deserves spaces like this, and we should be investing in affordable housing. We should be investing in community centers. We should be doing it carbon neutral. And that's why it's for Queens. Queens is the place to be. There are only two kind of people, like our borough president says, right? There's people who are born in Queens and people who wish they were born in Queens. So
where do I fall in that? That's people who've moved to Queens.
Yeah, you live in Queens. You're in, man.
Before I let you go, if anyone listening wants to get involved or learn more about Variety, where should they go?
bgcqueens.org.
Costa Constantinides, thank you so much for appearing here on the It's in Queens podcast.
Jeff, thank you for having me.
If you'd like to learn more about what's happening at the Variety Boys and Girls Club of Queens, well, maybe you're interested in volunteering or signing up for after school or summer programs or supporting their expansion, well, I highly then recommend you visit their website at varietyboysandgirlsclub.org. You'll find details on everything from robotics workshops and swim lessons to college readiness programs, chess clubs, even their annual family barbecue. I mean, there's so much that's going on. You definitely have to check it out. This site is packed with information and ways to get involved. And maybe you're looking for something else. Live music, festivals, art shows, family-friendly walks around our parks. Well, don't worry. We always here have you covered at the It's in Queens podcast because there's plenty of options to fill your August calendar and beyond. That is where Rob Mackay comes in. He's with the QEDC, better known as the Queens Economic Development Corporation, and the Queens Tourism Council. And each and every week, he highlights some of the more exciting events that are happening in Queens. Here's this week's report.
Jeffrey, it's another jam-packed week here in Queens, and we have another tie for which event should get mentioned in this podcast. This time, I bring you the Hong Kong Dragon Boat Festival and the Taiwan Orchids Festival. both of which take place on both days this weekend. The largest dragon boat festival in the entire U.S. will happen at Flushing Meadow Corona Park from 9 to 5 on both days. In total, we could expect more than 100 teams to splash through Meadow Lake in their colorful teak boats with carved dragon heads. Meanwhile, on shore, a full program of music, dance, martial arts, and such will mix with vendors selling everything from spicy fish balls to fried shrimp wontons to buttered pineapple buns. And a short walk away over at the Queens Botanical Gardens, the Orchid Show actually is from 9 to 5 as well on both days. It'll include stunning displays of orchids, really hundreds of pots of orchids, I should say, along with examples of Taiwanese art and culture. Not sure if you know this, but orchids are native to Taiwan and a large part of sort of the culture over there. There'll also be chances to talk with orchid experts, make crafts, and so on. And at the end, there are great prices for those who want to buy orchids to take home. Sounds great, but can't wait to see you there, Jeff.
Thanks, Rob. That's just a few of what's going on in our borough, and the place to go to discover and explore everything that's coming up is so easy to remember. Head right over to the It's in Queens website at itsinqueens.com. That way you'll get a full rundown of events, attractions, recommendations, and so much more. And if you're into business news, or if you have a business you want to launch or need assistance with or guidance, then head right over to the Queens Economic Development Corporation's website at queensny.org. And when you're there, don't forget to sign up for their newsletter so you can stay up to date. Now, here's a challenge. The next time you visit any place in Queens, snap a photo, share it with us on Instagram or X, and use the hashtag #It'sInQueens. You might even then see your photo featured as our photo of the week. Now, before we wrap up, let me say this. Summer flies by fast. Don't let these sunny days slip away. Get outside, explore everything that Queens has to offer. Visit that neighborhood you've always wondered about. Try a new food from a local market or restaurant. You are in the food capital of the world. Picnic in one of our gorgeous parks, cool off at a pool, chase sunsets at the Rockaway Boardwalk, or take in an afternoon concert under the stars. Bring your family, bring your friends, or just treat yourself, because there's nothing truly like summer in Queens. So get out this summer and enjoy yourself. Your best summer yet is waiting for you right outside your front door here in Queens. I'm your host, Jeff Simmons, and that's it for this week's It's in Queens podcast. Have a great week, and as always, see you around the borough.